R&B classic.
R&B, classic R&B. Oldies R&B. Is Brian McKnight considered oldies now? Are we there yet?
I would say yes.
Probably, yeah. Why not? 25 years.
He said, "Why not?"
Yeah.
Joe's probably got gray hair on his beard, singing right now somewhere. He's an oldie.
Oh, he has hair though. He has hair.
I read somewhere that R. Kelly sabotaged Joe's career. This is from Joe's words. And I don't know what. I mean, I knew at one point they were both bald R&B singers, and maybe the bald R&B singers had beef back in the day.
There could only be one. The Highlander situation. There could only be one.
Yeah, it's only one black bald R&B singer.
Joe, the lead singer in 112. I think some bald dudes in Jagged Edge.
Oh yeah, then there's
some competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some competition.
But then R. Kelly changed his hair. Like every time after he did that to Joe, he came out with braids. You know, then he had
was he changing his hairstyle and then defeating every singer in that with that hairstyle and then moving to the next one?
He's like Mortal Kombat and every R&B singer too. Mm-hmm. Yo, that's crazy, man.
You know what else is crazy? We got a guest tonight. It's not just the three of us. Hey, you know, Tandy is off inspiring minds. We were able to persuade someone to come hang out with us today. I asked this person how she wanted to be introduced. She said, "It's whatever."
I'm down.
Toria Jones.
Hey, the party's here.
Good for John. Toria, welcome.
Oh,
how's it going?
It's going peachy, you know. It's a good Tuesday. Happy to be hanging with y'all.
Hey, we're happy you're hanging too. Mm-hmm. We actually know you through the improv circle. You walk the board. You make them up.
Yes, I'm in these improv streets. So,
can I ask a little background? Like, how'd you get involved with improv?
Oh well. Sit back and relax. So basically, actually, long story short, it all started when I was living in Iowa. That's another story for another time. But I was living there, and the idea came to me that I should try improv. And there was no like improv place in Iowa because duh. And so as I was plotting my way to come back to Houston, I looked Station Theater up. And as soon as I came back to Houston, I was like, I'm going to sign up for the classes because I think I'm a little funny. And I also have stage fright. So let me see if this will help me.
Wow. I was going to ask, were you a performer beforehand in any way?
Absolutely not. I was a very shy kind of girl. And yeah, I needed something to kind of get me out of my shell. And so improv kind of helped with that. So that's basically how it all started.
What part of Iowa were you in?
There is this small city, or I don't even want to call it a city, a town called Fort Dodge. It was also known as Dirty Dodge.
Dirty Dodge.
Dirty Dodge. Yes.
Like a man with a truck. Oh, that's Dirty Dodge over there.
So, I'm sure you could find somebody with a truck in Iowa, and he was dirty. So, but yeah, I lived there for 2 years, and yeah, I had to come back. And that's why I'm here. So yeah.
Did improv help with your stage fright?
Oh yes, because if y'all were to see me like before 2019 and see me now, like it's night and day. I used to have like a lot of anxiety, like having to speak in public and all that jazz. And like now, we're good. You know, I mean, I still have it every now and then, but you know, I just hold it together.
It is interesting because I know that for myself, even to this day, I don't really like the quote unquote spotlight. I don't like attention on me, but I do enjoy performing. And I've met multiple performers who, outside of improv, they struggle with anxiety.
Oh yeah.
But improv seems to be a solve to that.
Yeah. I think it's part of it is, I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but part of it is like, I'm not the only one on stage. So like I'm on stage with other people and we're supporting each other in the process. And so that kind of helps not feel, you know, as scary, I guess. So I don't know, but that's helpful to me. Like,
that's awesome. Awesome. Yeah. And before we go any further, I should introduce the show. This Can't Tell Us Nothing show. We just hop right into it. But myself, John, Amici, and Tandy, who I mentioned earlier, we formed Can't Tell Us Nothing out here in Houston, Texas, where we do improv. We do this podcast where we discuss, share our opinions, share stories, and then do improv if we feel so inspired on those stories right here, make it up right in front of you. And sometimes we have a special guest. As you can see, a very special guest tonight. So she's gonna rock with us. We have some stories that we want to talk about from the news. But I guess before we progress, I want to check in with John. I want to check in with Amici. Amici, how was your day? How was your week?
My day was pretty like normal, busy work day. My week has been just okay. Just okay.
Yeah.
A little busy, but
until now.
Yeah, until now. Now it's about to take off. And
yeah.
Here we go.
Get it popping.
What about you, John?
Kids' first day of school. So that was great. It was quieter throughout the day.
Wow.
So that was good. Hot.
Did you miss them, or were you like happy you have like a bit more time?
I was happy I had more time. I was more hoping that she had a good first day. Like hope she gets into school. My oldest daughter gets her foot settled in school. That was more of my worries. I'm glad they're out of the house. I spent all summer with them, most every day. They need to get out of my face. So it was a good day for me.
Nice.
Awesome. And yeah, my day's going all right as well. I do want to do a shout out to Cold Town. We were actually up there in Austin on Saturday. Had a show. They let us play with them. It was a good time. We had some people come out, check us out that we've known from the past. People we've played with, people we've taught and coached, showing love. So shout out to all of them. Cool. And if you're watching, feel free to drop us a line in the chat.
Yeah.
Let us know how your day is going, how your week's going. You matter too.
For sure.
It's not all about Amici.
Can I also just say it's a little funny that you said, "How's your week?" when it's only day 2.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday.
I love that.
Yeah, I think there's 2 ways you can answer that. Okay, there's the traditional way, where Sunday is the beginning of the week and nothing else before that counts.
Okay.
Or you can do it in more of a rolling calendar, where it's like, how has it been since the last Tuesday? But you're 100% right. Yeah. Most people will think since Sunday, and that's fine. I want to know that too. How was your Sunday?
Fair.
I don't want to know about your Saturday. But let's hop into the first story. So, John, you sent this one over. I'm gonna get it set up on my side. Feel free to introduce.
And I also have a video. Short video.
Oh snap!
I got a short video I could share, but essentially I walk you guys through this. So, what's the first thing that would come to mind you would do if you basically came into hundreds of millions of dollars? You know, most people would want to buy mansions all over the world. Some people would want to take care of their family. Some people want to just buy all the jewels. Well, this guy, Brian Johnson, who I believe sold he sold some company to PayPal, I believe. Don't remember exactly which company he sold, but nonetheless, he looked like shit, I guess, like during this whole process. I mean, if you find an old picture of him, he looked like just a normal, regular, I don't sleep, I don't really wash up, I'm grinding out trying to build this company. I think it says something like he drunk every morning. He had to have a drink every morning. That was his lifestyle. This guy wants to reverse the aging on human beings, and he did it by experimenting with himself. He takes these diagnostics of all of his different organs. Basically, I think he said like he wanted to understand what were they lacking, what was each individual organ lacking. Came up with a plan, and that plan was to take 61 pills a day and eat a mash of vegetables and other things to that be his only intake, and that's how he's going to survive for the rest of his life. And he says that if you would look at his genetic, his genes and his diagnostics of his organs, it is as good as an 18-year-old boy as he is 45 years old right now. So he reversed the genetic clock.
Yeah, he's like, you got to trust me on this. My organs are super young.
Mm-hmm. Who told you that?
And you see that picture of him, that's supposed to look like an 18-year-old boy. To me, it looks like Michael Jackson syndrome.
That's him?
That's just what it looks like. But, so I had to get the video, because I was like, you guys got to see the video in order to really wrap your head around this dude spending $2 million a year to make himself look like an 18-year-old.
All right. So you got the video then?
I got a video. Yes, I do.
Right. We'll get that thing going.
Yeah. I have so many thoughts, but I'll wait.
Let's see if the video answers.
Soon is 45, but he wants the body of his 18-year-old self. Tech entrepreneur Brian Johnson wants to reverse the aging process in his brain, heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, teeth, skin.
Looks like a Twilight vampire.
He actually hired a team of 30 doctors and health experts. He gets up at 5:30 a.m. and mixes a concoction called the Green Giant and numerous supplements. Fitness is, of course, a big part of his routine. He works out for an hour every single day. His gym program consists of 25 different exercises, and he also regularly monitors his weight and body fat. He consumes only 1,977 calories a day on an all-vegan diet. To keep track of his health, Johnson undergoes numerous blood tests, ultrasounds, and MRIs. Dr. Rigved Tadwalker says trying to reverse the aging process could be dangerous.
Anything taken to an extreme, including a mix of supplements, excessive exercise, excessive changes to the diet, can potentially be harmful to the body.
He puts 7 different creams on his face to reverse sun damage. So is any of this working? His doctors claim he has the heart of a 37-year-old, the skin of a 28-year-old, and the lung capacity of an 18-year-old.
See, yeah. So here's my first reaction to that. One, I don't necessarily think that's supernatural. I know Black people who look 20 years younger than who they are, and probably have all the same organ numbers that he's speaking of. The fact that he has to do all of that, something just doesn't add up to me. Like that, there's something else there. That's just, to me, is just ridiculous. He looks like a frat boy, man. It's like, I've made all this money, I'm just trying to look like I'm 18. That's stupid. I don't look like a kid.
I just want to say he wants to look young, but he actually still looks 45 to me.
Yeah.
He's
younger than 45.
Yeah, you saw a dude walking down the street, you'd be like, "Oh, that's a guy's in mid-40s."
45.
But his teeth look about 28.
Yeah, the teeth of a 12-year-old. Yeah.
Yes,
the ears of an 8-year-old.
Yeah. I would actually
That's
clutch
a-
my purse when I see him.
Hmm.
Like clutch my purse because he just looks like he will. I don't know.
I think it's the vampire in him. I think that's
Yeah, I mean, everything about it screams vampire. He wears 7 oils on his face to reverse sun damage. Vampire, check.
Yeah.
It feels like he's almost torturing himself
Yeah.
to pretend to stay young. Gotta wake up super early. Gotta work out. Gotta stay out of the sun. Can't eat any good foods that taste good. Like what? I don't know if I would live that life if I had the choice.
Yeah, imagine doing that for another 100 years or whatever he's trying to do. Like when do you get to take your foot off the gas and like enjoy the body?
Can have a steak. You know?
Yeah. Can you do you gain like a 20-year buffer of like, well, do whatever I want for like 10 years? I'm still going to be 10 years younger than what I look like. And then also, one of my thoughts was, for me to believe this, he would have to be 80 years old and look like he's 45 or 18.
Right.
And there is a woman who is like 70 years old who looks like she's 20 years old.
Wow.
And doesn't do all of those things. I'm trying to remember what that black grandma.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes sense.
I'm saying Madonna is like 112 years old for like the last 10 years.
Yeah, Madonna looks like she's about 78 years old.
Yeah, he's not aging well.
No, every time I hear Madonna, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, it's
You're
rough.
getting old.
Also, sorry, you know the movie Death Becomes Her with Meryl Streep?
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe that was his favorite movie. And he was like, I need to do this for myself. And maybe that's the inspiration behind all of this.
Just the Bruce Willis classic. Oh, Bruce Willis, right?
Yeah. And
Bruce Willis classic.
Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great movie, by the way. But he took it serious.
He's like, there might be something here.
Yeah. This is for you, Meryl Streep.
Well, on the flip side of this, let me ask you all: do you guys have any practices that you do for longevity? Anything that you do that's sort of unique or different with the goal of a longer, healthier life? Because we all know exercise, good diet, sleep. We all know this.
Yeah.
What other stuff are you doing?
Yeah. I just try to follow the basic rules. Those things. I don't. Yeah, nothing outside of that really comes to me as far as I don't know. I don't want to spend a lot of time doing things. You know.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about you?
That makes sense.
I have no practices. I think I'm living my life recklessly. Like I don't sleep 8 hours. I drink water. Okay, I drink a lot of water, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Yeah. That's
my diet, I just eat whatever I want, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe that's the key, is just to not do any of it. Like just live your life recklessly.
Either do all of it or none of it.
Exactly.
Right. So like this woman right here, y'all, is 87 years old.
Whoa.
Or like 84 years old bodybuilder. Now that, to me, all the stuff he was doing, he didn't look half as good as she did.
Yeah.
And she looks 50. 30 years younger than what she looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm calling bullshit, all of that. Somebody is getting him on some.
Also, I didn't see it in that story, but I could have sworn I read that Brian Johnson guy, wasn't he doing like blood transfusions with his kid?
Yes,
with his son, yeah.
Oh,
Little blood boy.
Yeah.
Isn't that's not a vampire?
This is all adding up.
He's a vampire. Hairdo's a vampire. You know, real
pale, super pale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got that like wet look. You know,
the jig is
wet.
We cut to a women's bathroom. Hey, Toria, thank you for joining me in the bathroom here.
Yeah.
So, I know that I asked you to come on this double blind date with me.
Yeah, I'll do it for anything for you.
I can't help but get the feeling that the date you're with is a vampire. Were you getting that vibe?
I mean, it was a little weird that, like we tried to take a picture together and like a flash. He like freaked out with the flash. It was,
That was weird.
should have known something was in there.
Yeah, it was, and he said none of us could have garlic bread. He specifically said that
And
at the
you
table.
love garlic bread.
I love garlic bread. That's one of the reasons I want to come to this restaurant.
Exactly.
To
Garlic bread
Frederico's.
restaurant.
Like, I don't want to be rude, but I almost got up and left when I heard that. But
Yes.
I really like the date I'm with. So do you think that you could...
You want me to ditch him?
What? No. I need you to stick around.
Oh.
I need to stick around until at least till the meal's over.
Okay. I mean, I could do what I can. Yeah.
That's great.
got your
That's great.
back.
And I'm sure he's not a vampire. I'm sure,
No.
like, vampires aren't real. Like that's
That's
ridiculous.
in the movies.
That's in the movies.
Yeah.
He just says he's just vampire-esque. Anyway, let's get back out there.
Let's go.
Hi, boys.
Hey.
Did the wine show up?
Yeah, the wine is here. We have a fresh bottle of wine. Red.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Red.
Let me pour everybody some.
Yes.
One. There you
Such
go.
a gentleman.
Two,
Such a gentleman.
and three. Yeah, there we go. All right.
Yeah.
What about Vlad?
Yeah.
Vlad, do you want some?
Do I want some of your
The wine, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why, sure. I guess I'll have a few droplets of it.
Droplets. Bro, you don't have to. If you don't drink, it's fine. We can get you a water or something else.
I just had a lot to drink today. I prefer not to drink.
Oh, okay. Well, that's responsible. That's responsible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make me bust out of this tight shirt I'm wearing.
Yeah. Okay.
It is.
By the way, am I the only one wearing a fluffy blouse? Is that not in anymore at this time?
I mean,
you do you. You wear whatever makes you feel.
Yeah, I think you're pulling it off better than I've seen anyone else pull one of those shirts off.
It looks great.
It looks like you're very comfortable in it.
Yeah.
Well, your hearts are beating really fast right now. It's okay. I can hear your hearts beating.
Wow, that's really great hearing.
So Darren, how did you and Vlad meet? Do you guys go way back?
Funny story. We bumped into each other. We're neighbors. I was coming home late one night. He was just hanging around outside, walking down an alley, and I said hi. And yeah, we kind of hit it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. So you guys are neighbors.
Yeah, neighbors.
Cool.
But yeah, I feel a bit silly because, we just hang out at night. We never really hang out during the day. Yeah.
Oh, Vlad, do you work during the day or?
I do not.
Oh.
I have never had an opportunity to work during the day. It's actually not something I've ever considered doing.
Okay.
I find most of my opportunities in my work happen at night. They kind of just like fall into my lap. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Sheila, I think we need to go back to the bathroom.
Go back to bed. All right, boys. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's interesting.
Very. I don't think. First of all, I don't want to assume because this is a new age, and we can never assume people's identity.
Never assume people.
Right.
No.
But he only works at night, and the droplets of wine that is very vampire like, right?
It is, but there's no such thing as vampires. So I think he's just quirky. Look,
Just quirky.
Toria, you don't have to bang him. Okay, I just want to put that out there. It's not something you have to do. If something happens with me and Darren, then that's that's great. But you don't feel like you need to extend yourself farther than necessary.
Okay.
But
Mm-hmm.
I think me and Darren have been texting on the side, and I think we're actually gonna head on out. So
so you're gonna leave me hanging?
I'm not gonna leave you, but I am gonna go. I am gonna go.
Just so you could get your bang on. Okay, that's fine.
You don't have to bang him. Don't bang him because I'm banging Darren.
We cut back over to the table, so it looks like you are definitely going to score tonight.
Yeah, we've been texting on the side, and yeah, I think it's it's looking good for me. So
just a heads up, I'm getting the vibe that the Reds are coming in town for your chick, man. Just take it from me.
Okay.
I goes for these kinds of things.
Okay.
You might want to get out of here ASAP if you want to hit that home run. You feel me?
Okay. Thanks, Vlad.
Like within the next 35 minutes.
Okay, great. Are you gonna be okay getting home?
Am I going to be okay getting home?
Yeah, because I know you did. I didn't see you drive here. I just saw he's appeared, kind of.
You have always been the hilarious one out of the friends. I'm going to find myself a little excursion this evening.
Hey, Darren, you ready to go?
Yeah. Sorry we didn't get to eat. We got kind of late, and yeah.
Don't worry,
the wine was great.
We'll find a way to eat this after this sometime. I have a lot of things planned.
Okay.
All right.
Well, yeah. Good night.
Value too. Have a good night. Remember, you don't have to bang them.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I know what you're thinking. This is kind of strange. I have this blouse and these long nails.
Yep. A little bit.
Well, this isn't the first time I've had to have this, what I would like to call interracial relationship. Yes.
Okay.
So are you open, flexible to different things?
What can you tell me, like, what these things are? Like, because I'm, I don't know.
Where I come from, we do things differently. We have these little ceremonies where we have little droplets of things and you have to drink, and it may change you into something else, but it's going to be for the better. It's like if you went on a retreat or something, except you never come back from the retreat.
Oh, I never come back.
Yeah.
That's a little too kinky for me. But before we get to that, I just have a question, Vlad.
Shoot.
I don't want, I hate to assume because it's 2023 and we shouldn't assume, right? But you're just giving me this vibe that you might be a vampire, But vampires aren't real, right? Like you.
That's a good one. Usually I get rapper.
And scene.
Those aren't vampires, rappers. I was literally thinking last night. I was thinking, if demons did exist, then I would if I was a demon that was free from hell, and I could possess somebody, the first person I would possess would be an extremely talented musician. Seems like I could just cut through all of the BS and just possess a musician, and now I'll come out with a demonic hit song, and I'm just riding the demonic wave.
Can I say that I love the visual of a demon like in the studio?
Just
got something for this.
Yeah, hold up. It needs a little bit more of this. Think about it though. They could hide in that culture. The drugs, the sex, the rock and roll, the stuff that could happen. They'd be like, man, I'm I'm not saying Travis Scott's possessed, but imagine if he was. Nobody would really be able to know.
Fair.
Oh, evil things just keep happening in this concerts. You're like, oh, he's just a rock star, converting all tens of thousands of little kids. So
I have a
demons
question.
are stupid, or they have done that already. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. I'm sorry. I was just gonna ask, which musician would you want to possess? Like which specific one?
I would possess probably like a Justin Timberlake, or like someone that doesn't look evil, someone that you would be like, oh, they're, you know, what's her name? What's the little girl that's popular now?
Ice Spice.
Yeah, I would be like, that's a demon right there anyway.
Her body's already taken.
Already taken. Yeah, you try to possess her, you get smacked by another demon.
Oh.
It's mine. Yeah, I would go after somebody who it would take them to be like, you would never think like someone who's really positive, happy, but my music is like completely overlooked what I'm actually saying, you know, in my songs and stuff like that. If I was a demon, that's as if I was a demon. Now, you know, now if I'm just a ghost trying to possess somebody to get, you know, I would probably go more hip hop rock stars where I can live the lifestyle that I can't live as a live human.
Mm.
You know, like if you were like a ghost from the 1800s and you possess somebody today, it would be a hell of a ride. You'd be like, this is cheating. How did I get to do all this shit? You know? I ain't never getting this up. That's my thoughts. What do y'all think?
As a demon, I think I could get away with Beyonce.
Oh.
I think she is weird enough.
Weird.
You have so many conspiracy theorists. So many. I know it.
or Adele.
Oh, I was thinking that.
You were thinking Adele. For some reason, I get a feeling like if a battle needed to happen, I could use my voice as like some sort of demonic megaphone. Just send out sound blast. She seems like she has the chops to do something like that.
What do you all think? Thank you, Toria.
Yeah, I was gonna say Adele, but
Occupied.
yeah, yeah, she's occupied. No. Oh, Stevie Wonder, because nobody would ever guess.
What? Nobody ever suspect. Yeah.
No,
You get it?
no one would ever guess.
I feel like that would be that's a great concept because Stevie Wonder could have been dead like 50 years ago and the demons still just, you know, puppeteering on. You know, like, that's why you've been knowing how
Yeah.
That'd be a great one. Stevie Wonder, demon. Ooh.
Yeah, thinking about more of like sort of other things outside of like musicians. I think it would be fun to be somebody who was like super inspirational, but then always let people down, like never like really achieved anything, had all like great things to say and do, but never like achieved anything. So people would always be disappointed because I think that would really satisfy a demon. Like, you know, I make people sad. You know, getting their hopes up and breaking their hearts. I think that would be. I can't think of somebody who sort of fits that.
I think probably Joel Osteen, like a lot of those mega pastors.
I think he's occupied too.
That's the feeling I get when I watch them. I watch them and I'm like, you guys are talking to hundreds of thousands of people, and maybe 20 people are going to get what you're talking about. Everyone else is going to get crash and burn next week until they come back, you know. And I would possess a preacher man too if I was a demon. It would be blind, easy to just but that's a good one. That's a good one, man. No one said porn star.
Oh,
Again, what is the goal here?
yeah.
Take people's soul. I get demons what they do, corrupt human
I thought
beings.
that's sort of my thing about the whole demon thing. I don't even know what they're trying to accomplish.
Right.
Like it's very blurry to me. Like they want to get people to worship Satan, or they want to just make people sad, or they want to make people angry. What is it that these demons?
Maybe there's like different departments in the demonic world, right? Like you have you just like the angels, right? You have some that are just to piss people off, and there's some that are like the generals. Those are the ones that they come in and it's all this. Like we see the Exorcist movies, it's always 18 demons, and they always generals that possess one.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming only though that a certain level kid has access to doing that, which would be hilarious if you were like a low level demon.
Right.
We cut to a family sitting around the table. Hey, kids, your dad wants to. I want to confess something to you guys. Last night you guys came home early from church, and you saw me in the kitchen, and I was eating all the cookies that I said were for Christmas. We were saving for a special occasion. Christmas is coming in a few days, and you saw me eat like 50 cookies, stuffed them in my mouth. I didn't even know you were behind me. I was just engulfed in this thing, and I'd have to say a demon made me do it. It wasn't me. It was a demon.
It's real.
Dad, you got possessed by a cookie-eating demon, a cookie monster.
A cookie monster. This one that specifically wanted cookies, and there was nothing I could do about it.
I don't know. I mean, we go to church a lot. I never heard of a cookie-eating demon. I thought they wanted to like ruin the world.
Right.
No, I mean, there's all kinds of demons, and there's like a lot of low-level ones that sort of slide under the radar.
Yeah.
So every now and then, this cookie one finds me, and it just grabs a hold of me, and I got to eat a bunch of cookies.
Wow.
So
I never learned about this one in Bible school.
Oh yeah, what kind of ones you guys learned about?
I learned about the one that caused climate change. Like that one. Yeah,
climate change demon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember he possessed me once a few years back. Remember when I had that Hummer?
I do remember the Hummer.
Yeah. I went to the dealership to get a hybrid. I just got hypnotized and confused and ended up at home with a Hummer. So,
I mean, if as long as we're being honest, I was actually possessed by a bike stealing demon. That's why there's a new bike in the garage. It was the demon. It was apparently a bike stealing demon that got it. So I don't even remember where it came from, so I can't return it.
Okay, well, I will punish you, but since it was a demon, I'm gonna, we'll pray about it. We'll get you the help you need.
We should pray about it for
Oh,
sure.
Yeah.
While we're praying, I was possessed last week.
Okay.
When that's why there's 7 deadly sins. There's a demon that controls sexual desires, and we don't have any more lotion in the house.
Dad, what's he talking about?
I'll tell you guys in a couple of years. You're still maybe a bit too young. But son, we'll pray about that, and we'll deal with that before your mother gets home. We'll have a talk. But yes,
we cut to that talk.
Okay, son. This is a very sensitive topic. Every now and then, you'll have these urges, these desires, and it's imperative that you pray about it. Make sure you do your best to keep the demons away. You'll probably fail, because I failed a lot at this. I never had lotion in the house growing up. My mom had to stop buying it because every time there was lotion, a demon would visit me. So that's why I'm really ashy. You know, I'm always ashy. So I think it getting to that age where we're gonna, as a family, have to decide: do we want to invite demons into the house, or do we want to be safe and ashy? You know, I'm thinking of your siblings, but when I say this, nothing hurts a demon more than not finding lotion in your house. You know, nothing makes him turn away faster. What do you think?
Oh, speaking to me or
Yeah,
to my
you're not
brothers?
possessed right now, are you? Are you possessed?
No, I'm not possessed, Dad.
Was there a demon in you making you not listen to my words?
No, I was listening. I just didn't know if I didn't know, if you were, who you were directly talking to. I'm sorry, Dad.
Yeah, I
I
told you.
know. I know that been going a little too hard. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't really possessed by a demon. I just found those magazines that you have in your shoebox, and
Oh,
I couldn't help myself. That was you guys' lotion is just so smooth and so accessible. It's just
okay.
like, man, if I
Yeah, but just
walking
to be
around in there,
clear, just to be clear, I went to the store to buy a pair of shoes, and a demon made me get those magazines and a bottle of lotion.
And scene. The old magazine demon.
yeah. Well, I'm surprised more people don't use that excuse. Like if I was like in a big trouble and I knew I was going to prison, or like the public was just against me, I would just be like, I was possessed. I was possessed. If Bill Cosby would have said, man, I was possessed, a demon possessed me, it would have changed a lot of the different, like, it would have, like, some of those people would have been like, maybe he was possessed by a demon. We need demonologists a part of this.
Maybe a demon did make
That
Fat
would have
Albert.
just mudded it up enough to let him kind of, oh, there's a demon right over there. Yeah, he's right over there. Just saying, that's what I would, if I was, I would just, like, that wasn't me. I wouldn't say that I got hacked. I would say I was possessed, man. Who the heck is going to prove you otherwise?
Well, wait, didn't some, like, what is it, the Night Stalker or something? Did some like famous dude, I think he did say that he was possessed. Or was it like Amityville Horror or something like that? So, and look at where that got them,
Has anyone ever been documented as being officially possessed? Is that a thing?
Documenting is the muddled part. Some people may say, yes, it's documented. Didn't you read the journal of Saint Benedictine when he, it's in the Vatican, and there's nobody that's ever seen that ever. But then there are some people, like one of my favorite movies about it was the story of Exorcism of Emily Rose. That was supposed to be based on a case that, if you look at the case, she met all of these different requirements for like schizophrenia and all kinds of things. But people don't know a lot about schizophrenia, like enough to say explicitly something, right? So that's the only spooky documentation I've ever seen. And it wasn't spooky because of the demon. It was spooky because somebody can have such a paralysis mentally that it scares even doctors to know why something changed in that person that sparks these behaviors. That's terrifying, right?
Yeah.
Which led to this case of, well, maybe she's possessed, because there's no science that talks this. This is She's eating bugs. Man.
Yeah, she's weird. She's acting really weird.
You know what I mean? Like that. Essentially, what it was is like, we're not going to keep seeing her anymore. You got to find someone else. Well, we're going to go to a priest, and priest is like, this is grounds for exorcism. He gets his ass kicked by her and the or the mental health, whichever one. Maybe the mental health is a demon, whoever, whatever. But it was spooky because of that question, right? If this is your daughter and your daughter suffered from this and mental health is not set up to support that, to get her back to where you remember her, you know, would you bring a priest in as a final resort of like, she's killing herself. What do I do, right? And for me, that movie made you argue that down to like, okay, forget what I think, forget what I know. If things are pushed to the edge, what would I do when all conventional methods don't work? Do I throw my hands up? Like that's what that movie showed me. So no, I haven't seen
what?
You know,
how did the priest get rid of the possession?
The schizophrenia?
No.
He wasn't very good.
That's what it was. The movie was a trial. They basically put the priest on trial like Jesus. It was like, you think God is part of this, has nothing to do with God. He presents his case that it's demonic possession. Psychologists present their case it's schizophrenia and all these other issues that she has. Some of them are which they can't explain. And ultimately, he ends up getting convicted for malpractice because they're like, she should have been in medical care. She basically starved to death.
Oh.
You know, so if you haven't watched the movie, spoiler, it's an incredible movie that's a horror that's filmed in a way that it's kind of like a court case to, you know, based on, inspired by a story. But nonetheless, no, the priest failed. As most, where I found out most demonic things, by the time they get cleared by anybody in the Roman Catholic Church, by that time, all the generals damn near possessed the person. So you ain't getting it back anyway.
All the red tape is keeping people possessed.
So it's like, you know, from what I read, and I went to a Catholic private school, I used to ask this all the time. Like, how long do you have to be a priest before you could start exercising people? And they would never answer the question. So you look it up your own self, and they teach demonology and all that, but there is no empirical proof.
Demonology is a dope name for.
It is. I have a PhD in demonology.
Demonology.
I can tell you all the general demons in North America.
North
I'm
American
assuming
demon
they have
expert.
different regions, demons. There's Asian demons, and, you know, demons, Antarctica, all that shit. Yeah.
Speaking of regions in North America, I do have a story that is from San Francisco. Now, that's right. Now, I've gone on record as being someone who's very excited for the prospect of self-driving cars. I think it'll just be really cool to have. However, this story, the fact that it's coming up now, doesn't surprise me. It's something I think we all expected. The title of this story on Business Insider is Sex in Self-Driving Cars. Passengers are reportedly hooking up in San Francisco's driverless taxis. So for those who don't know, San Francisco has had driverless cars driving around at night for a while now. I think it's been a few months, if not a year, where people can order them up. People go up, hop in, get where they're going to go, and there's no driver in the car. Right? I think it's free right now.
Oh, so it's basically a cheap, motel. That's basically
Yeah. So as you might imagine, whenever you get something like this going, the question you got to solve for is how do you keep people from banging inside of it? Because that's what they're gonna want to do. That's what people do.
I think you lead into it.
So yeah, even there should be a specific car for banking it. But there's there's cameras in the car too. They tell people like, don't do anything inappropriate. Like, all this being monitored. If you're like, that's cool.
Yeah.
You can watch.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, there's already been people coming out saying that they've done it a couple of times.
Oh.
It's yeah, it's a whole thing. So
I love that for them. I love that for the people who are using it. You know.
And then the STD transmission rate.
Yeah, but what about the people after? You know.
That's true. Ew.
People using that got all kinds of gonorrhea, had no idea.
Oh.
Just got in the car and got some STD because people smashing it.
That's so unfortunate to get an STD, and then you're like, "How did this happen?" I was just
and not to victim blame, but John, you probably should not have been eating and picking food off the couch or off the seat in your robo taxi. It's just not sanitary.
True.
But yeah, it's like let's say you own a self-driving car company. You hear about this starting to happen. What do you do?
If they were smashing in my car, like if I had like one on 2 rows self-driving, I would charge them extra.
You'd fine them, right?
Just be a pimp.
I would charge them a regular hotel fee rate.
He said, "Where's my money?"
My money roll a taxi.
Yeah, you enjoyed my car. Where's my money?
Where's my money, bro? Yeah, man, you doing all of that? I need my money. I needs my money.
Oh wow, this can go left real bad.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
What about you, Toria? What would you do?
Oh, I would have to close it down because I'd be like,
shut it down.
Yeah, I'd be like, we have lost control. You know, this was intended to be a Christian driving service.
Oh,
when y'all are over here banging it out, like
how would you keep people from doing this in the car?
You gotta be blasting the gospel music.
I was gonna say I could be obnoxious and play like the Bible app and be like Genesis 3, and then just like you know, or like
the most unsexy taxi you could order.
Crosses everywhere. Everywhere is crosses. Crosses is so unsexy.
Absolutely, and then like put a picture of Jesus and like pointing in like the back seat. Yeah.
Like take the picture of Uncle Sam and cross it with Jesus where he's looking and pointing at him.
Yeah.
What about you, Amici? How would you prevent people from?
I would make sure the cameras that I have set up are clearly labeled and lit, and there'll be like a screen that pops up at the beginning of the ride. Hey guys, just want to remind you. This is not your car. Please treat it with respect, and you know we'll have you at your destination very soon. All right, bye.
We cut to Amici getting stopped on the street. Hey! Oh shit! You're the dude from the Robo Taxi.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Let me tell you, man. I want to tell you something right now. That video that you do, for some reason, really gets me and my girl going. I don't know why. Like, we get in the taxi, we're already thinking we're messing around, but then you pop up and you start talking about how we should respect things, and you got this like smile on your face. It's all innocence in your eyes, and for some reason, that like we gotta bang. Like we have to take it to the next level after seeing that.
That's the opposite effect that I wanted to have. I got to re-record that, I guess. Yeah.
Really? Because I don't know. It was almost like you were asking us to like, this is how we show respect to the vehicle.
Really?
It was like by stripping off all of our clothes, doing the nasty on public streets.
Oh no, I was trying to get you to be good and be nice and respect the vehicle.
Whoa, slow down. I'm just by myself right now. You already getting me revved up. I'm gonna have to call my girl.
No, I'm not. Oh, I'm not trying to do that. Sorry. Okay.
I'll let you go where you're going, man. I just wanted to thank you for adding some spice back into my relationship with my girl.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta record that video. Hey, Toria, Toria.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, sorry, I had to come over here as quickly as I could. I need some help. My robo taxi business is it's going off the rails. People are, hooking up in the back of my cars.
Well, they are.
Yeah. Apparently my message is wrong. Can you help me re-record it? Record the new one?
Yeah. I can help you re-record it. Just
Okay.
just tell me, or do your lines, and we can do the thing.
Okay. Well, I was hoping we could both do it together. Like, I'll do some lines, you do some of the lines. It's kind of a back and forth written out.
But I just feel like you have something here.
You sure?
Yeah, it's just something.
Oh.
I don't know what's happening here, but I feel like
okay. All right.
it's you.
Okay. Just I guess to hold the camera. I'll give it a try. Okay. Let's go. Okay.
And action.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Talking to you. Yeah, you in the back of the car. I see you. What are you doing over there? Huh? You being bad? Being naughty? Stop it. Stop it.
Okay, cut.
And watch it. Yeah.
Did the AC turn off in here? Like, it's like it just got warm up in here. I don't know what just happened.
It did? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Just keep going. Yeah. Action.
Okay.
We cut to him later that day, walking to his car.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you the nigga from the Robo video, taxi dude.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Man, listen, bro. I noticed y'all got cameras in the back of y'all cars, but this one time I got possessed by a demon when I was in the back of your car, and I used up all the lotion. And
I gotta stop putting lotion in the back of the cars, man.
I mean,
it's supposed to be for like ashy elbows and stuff, not for.
I know, right? But this video came on and we started talking about how bad I was, and then what came over me. Just ran out of lotion, man, and just want to let you know, man. But other than that, man, God was cool though, man. It was so cool.
Yeah. I think I got to re-record that video again. I thought it was.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Record that and make sure it gets some baby wipes or some tissue paper, because it was a lot afterwards. The demon just left me with a whole lot of mess to clean up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We cut to Toria and Vlad getting into a robo taxi after their dinner.
I'm glad I get to see your place now. Vlad.
Yes, this is wonderful. It's nighttime, so we're out on the road. We just take a nice breeze, drive around town.
Yeah.
Lotion here, tissue paper.
Yeah, totally setting the mood.
This is amazing. This is amazing business.
Yeah.
Hey, you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you in the back of the robo taxi.
Oh.
I know what you're thinking. I was going through your dirty little mind. You're thinking that you're a sexy, young, hot person, and you're probably sitting next to a sexy, hot, young person, and you guys want to start taking each other's clothes off like this, huh? You want to just start going at it, huh? You just want to start going at it.
I'm sorry. This is much for me. Are you? Is this?
I mean, this is doing something for me.
It's doing something for you. I mean, to me, I can tell. I can hear your heart beating out of your chest, and your heart is racing right now. For me, I just feel like this guy. He's it's something else.
Yeah, I may leave lotion and scented candles and protection in the back of my car, but that's not for you to use inside of the cars when you get home. Okay?
Listen, I all of a sudden want to use all those things and just, forget what he said.
And the back seat may drop back into like a bed shape. But that's just if you're tired. It's not for sexual stuff.
Okay. Well, since we're already in this position, would you like a couple of droplets of blood?
I think that would really, really seal the deal for.
And one last thing, no turning people into vampires in the back of my
And scene. That is the Can't Tell Us Nothing show, everybody.
That's how the FAQs get started at companies. Rules and
Oh,
HR
God.
departments getting contacted. Toria, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This has been great.
Thanks for having me.
Is there anything?
Netflix and Chill this Sunday, August 20. Check it out. Gonna rock out to a bad movie. No sex involved, but we are chilling, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm like, what do people think that? Like, oh, I'm not going publicly down. Is that not a swingers movie?
Cool. Well, for John, for Amici, for myself, Antoine, we're gonna get on out of here. We do this every first and third Tuesday, I should say, at 9. Again, thank you so much, Tori, for hanging out with us. Hope you come back soon.
Yay.
But yeah, we're gonna go on out of here. We